So, in my opinion, I do genuinely believe that was a historic Nintendo Direct, and it is for a few reasons. And it's one of those things that, you and I, we've talked about this before, where it's just like, when it comes to Nintendo Directs, they're not going to be for everyone, but there's going to be something in there for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, there's always something that will help appease to somebody. When it comes to this Direct, if you didn't like the Direct, totally cool. But you can't deny that it had some impressive stuff in it, even from the outside looking in. Because the thing to me that makes this a historic Direct, and we'll go through the whole game list, is like, one, finally saw Prime 4. Holy crap. 2, the Mario and Luigi series making a comeback. And 3, the Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda. And this is all the big cherry on top for why I consider it a historic Direct. Dude, we're 8 years into this console's lifespan. Like, its days are numbered, and it's still like producing what's going to at least be an entertaining slate. I'm not going to say it's going to be like, oh, this is going to be the best slate they've ever created of Nintendo games, but that's not a bad slate. That's a lot of fun, quality games that people will enjoy. So it's like, this is a Direct that I feel like people are going to like talk about for years to come, not because it was the best Direct ever, but it's like, I think the fact that we're so far into the Switch's lifespan and we got a Direct that had like some of these kind of really interesting things, regardless if you care about them or not, it's like that alone to me makes it a historic Direct. You know what I mean? Like, am I making sense?
I see where you're coming from. I wouldn't necessarily call it a historic Direct, mainly because I'm personally, I'm more of the opinion of bringing things back, like bringing a series back isn't like, yeah, it's cool for the fans of the series. It's nice to see that, okay, you haven't forgotten about it. But at the same time, it's like, I don't necessarily look at that as like the big, oh, wow moment of it. For me personally, the big, oh, wow thing of the showcase really was the Zelda game where you actually play as Zelda.
Yes,
I can agree
with that. I can agree with that
because that is a take, or like a new take on how to play a Legend of Zelda game.
Yeah, and that's totally fair. I agree with you. I threw in the Mario and Luigi thing simply because, like, since Alpha Dream went under, everyone assumed this franchise was gone forever.
Also, it's like, I mean, when's the last time we got one?
9 years ago.
Yeah.
It's like when Alpha Dream went under.
It's like it might as well have been gone. And it's like, it's kind of them going, we've revived this. And then at the same, like in that same vein, it's like, I'm good on you for finally showing something on Prime 4, but I'm not going to praise you too much. It's been how long now? 6 years? 7 years?
Yep.
Yeah, it's been 7 years. I know you've had a lot of difficulties with this and sent it back and forth and restarted it and all that, but it's been 7 years.
Right.
It's about time you showed something.
Yeah. About time they stepped up to the plate. No, I totally get your take.
It's like, not to say this still wasn't an impressive Direct.
Yeah. And again, I feel like it really does, like, what helps make it so impressive is, again, just how far we are into the Switch's life. You know what I mean? Like, if this would have been a Direct like 2 years ago, it would have still been a really good Direct. But I think a lot of the conversation people are having is just like the fact that we're this far into this console's life, its days are numbered, and we're still having a Direct with some pretty interesting, cool stuff. Like, that's just wild. No console's ever had something like this.
Well, most consoles aren't around this long.
Exactly.
And then, I mean, nothing against Nintendo. Nintendo fans are pretty easy to appease with a Direct.
That is very fair.
So it's like
you just need one of a few things.
It's like they got Metroid, they got Zelda, and they got Mario in a showcase. How are they calling? Like, they're all gonna call it a good thing.
Yeah, big W. Hey, that's all I needed.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those where, I mean, you can't necessarily compare the two showcases or two companies or anything, but like you watch this Nintendo Direct and it's like people are all excited, like hyped up for it, like this Direct had something for everyone.
Right.
Oh, just think about the Microsoft showcase we got.
Oh, I know.
Just then, True. And it's like, and just think of the hype level difference there, and Yeah, Nintendo Direct is cool and all, but the other one was way cooler.
That Xbox showcase was a banger. And meanwhile, it's like, Sony, what are you doing?
And it's one of those where, yeah, this Direct was still decent, but like, Nintendo Directs, like I said, it doesn't take a lot to, like, we've had some dud Directs,
Yeah.
but it doesn't take too much. We kind of figured a new Mario type game was gonna be coming. I think you were you starting to give up on Prime 4 ever actually showing up?
This year, yes.
Yeah.
I'd given up that it was coming, like we were going to see anything this year. I legit thought it was going to be revealed like in a Switch 2 showcase, like leading up to the Switch 2 launch.
This is why I wait till you give up to take over all of yours.
Well, thankfully the Wind Waker Twilight Princess thing didn't happen, so you couldn't take that from me.
Later this year.
No, we got echoes of wisdom, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna get a showcase later this year that'll then release it for holiday.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, one thing also that I saw people talking about like after this, and it already had an impressive one. It's just like, man, when you really take a moment to kind of take a step back and just like, from first party and third parties, like, dude, the Switch's game library is probably one of the best libraries, like if not the best library in like gaming history. Like, dude, just the amount of shit that's on that damn console, and just like just talking first party alone, which as we've talked about before in various episodes, like first party titles, it's important. It helps drive the console. It's what makes the console memorable. It's like, dude, just the amount of shit that's on that damn console, like, it's like, love it or hate it, you gotta respect it. It's like, oh my god. I saw a lot of jokes as well about Prime 4 where it's just like OG Switches are going to take Prime 4 as like their final mission to run that game. And I'm like, yeah, probably. Probably. I know your Switch struggles with Breath of the Wild. I can't imagine what it'd do with like Prime 4.
My Switch is like a coin flip on if it's going to run whatever.
Yeah. So anyway, let's actually start going through the games. Of course, led off with Mario and Luigi Brothership. That is coming out in November. So really excited for that one, man. I loved the Mario and Luigi games. By Alpha Dream. I thought they were a lot of fun. I love like the first three especially. The original one is still the GOAT, which could be a bad thing or a good thing. I don't know how you look at it, but I still think it's the GOAT. Superstar Saga is fantastic. Then got another look at the Nintendo World Championship NES edition, which after actually getting a full look at this and actually bothering to look at it, because I saw the announcement, I was like, I don't give a shit. Oh, it actually kind of looks kind of fun. And they have like a special like physical copy of it. I bet that thing's going to run for so much damn money.
Yeah.
Dude, it's going to run for so much money.
I will say there's a few things in this, like few games in here. This is one of them where we're like this stuff. I'm like, I have no memory of this. Or like it's just a blur in my head of like a few images.
Yeah. The next game though was really random.
Where the fuck did this come from?
Shout out to Fairy Tail 2. This was so damn random to me. Like, when did that game come out? Like 2018, 2016 or something?
No, it's been...
Let me look.
It's been more recent than that.
Let me look. Fairy Tail PS4. When did this damn game come out? All right, so it came out in 2020. All right, you're right.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because it was... Like, it had come out fairly soon after I had moved into my place.
Yeah. So you're gonna play this, right? It's your only game that you've platinumed on your PlayStation.
Yeah, but it wasn't necessarily the most fun game to play.
Well, I mean, it looked like they changed the gameplay. Yeah,
it looked like a weird action game.
Yeah, they changed like an act because that one was turn based, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. You might be obligated to play this.
I don't know.
Even if you're not going to enjoy it.
I don't know. It didn't necessarily look.
It did
great.
not look good. No.
Who knows if it's reasonably priced?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't want to take.
Let's put it this way. Definitely not a day one.
Oh no, absolutely not.
If I picked it up, it would be for the meme.
Shout out to the people listening to this and sitting there just like, man, why are these guys talking so much about this random ass game? Because we used to be diehard Fairy Tail fans when it originally came out. Like it was a fun watch. And then like I said, this man platinumed the first game for whatever reason.
It wasn't great. It was just simple to play. It was a good. You know how it is. Sometimes you get those turn-based like RPGs where you're just like,
Yeah.
but like you'll just turn TV on, be watching something, and be like, I'll just mindlessly do this over here.
Right. That's fair. That's fair. Anyway, that's coming out this winter. Fantasian Neo Dimension. That's coming out this holiday. That one looked okay. Got an update for Switch Sports, which is basketball. It's coming this summer. Mio Memories in Orbit coming out next year. I thought this game actually looked kind of interesting. The little bit that we got to see on it had a lot of Hollow Knight vibes to it. You know, that was the kind of the vibe that I got from it. Disney Illusion Island coming Tuesday. Hello Kitty Adventure, timed exclusive, coming early next year. Shout out to that. Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sport that no one's going to play, coming out this fall.
Someone's going to play it.
Someone's going to play it. Okay. Yeah, maybe like 30 people. Got an Among Us update that's out right now. Farmagia, which this is also a game where the characters are made by Hiro Mashima. That's coming out November 1st. And it's also getting an anime this fall, too. So I guess shout out to that, man. When you look at that game, all you see is Hiro Mashima. All you see. I mean, he is true to his art style. So what works, you just keep rocking with it. DK Country Returns HD coming out January 16th of next year. I mean, that's cool. You know, it's the Wii game ported up, but I would still just love to get a new Donkey Kong game.
I mean, it was nice to see that at least a little bit of Donkey Kong representation.
Yeah. So it's like, I mean, that's cool and all, but we would have just preferred a new one completely. That'd have been great. And then how about this one, John?
Okay, this was fucking cool.
Yeah, this is one that, dude, that box art.
So we're talking about the Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, and then the random reveal of we're getting the entire trilogy. So it's Dragon Quest 1 and 2.
The Edric trilogy.
Yeah, the Edric
right?
trilogy.
Yeah.
So we'll also be getting Dragon Quest 1 and 2 2D HD 2D remakes as well. So very cool.
Yeah.
That we'll actually be getting those.
I also heard him comment where he's just like, I love that we're doing it this way because in terms of timeline order, people need to play 3, 1, and 2 in that order. I'm like, what the fuck was going on when you were making these games?
That could have just been a thing where I did.
Things change as you get further into a series. Yeah. You know, it happens.
It may have started and went, well, we probably should explain some things.
Yeah. It happens. That's how story writing goes.
But yeah, really excited about that.
Yeah. Let's see. 11/14 for 3. So
yeah, 11/14 for 3. That's day one.
Okay, I figured. And then just no actual timeline for 2025, but just 2025.
Yeah.
So.
If it's not going to be first quarter, then if it's not going to be first quarter 2025, we're going to hear about it on Dragon Quest Day.
Yeah. So I saw, but is that one that you might pick up physically? Because that box art is sweet.
Potentially,
I feel like that could be a collector's piece.
Yeah, it's like it could be one because the problem with like the Switch is a one console where I don't mind buying physical games.
Yeah.
Because trying to buy digital games on Switch sucks.
Yeah, true.
Mainly just because it's no good like library system.
Yeah, their menus have always been garbage.
Their menu system and everything is not great for buying everything digitally. So it's like the one where I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll buy physical copies every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, if you do, like I said, at least you're getting that sweet box art. That thing is a beautiful piece of art. Let's see. Funko Fusion coming out September. No one cares.
I feel like that should have come out about 8 years ago.
I agree. Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, another look on that one. That one's actually here out in just a few days. The new Denpa Men coming out in July. Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. That's out right now. So shout out to that. Darkest Dungeon 2 coming out in July. And then we got some NSO updates, which are actually pretty solid updates. We got Link to the Past on the Game Boy Advance, which also features the original 4 swords. You got Metroid Zero Mission, which is the remake of the first game. And then you have the newly added NSO N64 M17 Plus mode, which is... That's how they're labeling it. It's a totally separate section in NSO now that has Perfect Dark and Turok. So shout out to that.
I love that when they had the logo for the 17 plus pop up, it just immediate cut to Turok.
Yeah, just immediately.
I was like, oh, cool. Or bro, it's like it's like, oh, probably perfect dark, and it's Turok.
Yep. Hey, the one thing though is that with them introducing the 17 plus mode, hopefully that means Conker's Bad Fur Day can get added. Because they've already added Banjo-Kazooie. So and they've added Perfect Dark, both rare games. So the relationship is there.
Yeah, the
Add
relationship
Bad Fur
with
Day, you
Rare
cowards.
is there, but the thing is, they're adding in, other games.
You were about to say better games.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was going to say the good games.
You need to relax. Conker's Bad Fur Day is a gem. Hey, shout out to Allison popping in chat here. Funko was a little too late as I sell my Funkos on eBay. You're selling your Funkos on eBay. Wow. Dawn of a new era. Didn't expect that here today. Hopefully you're doing well, though. Let's see. Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero. That's coming out next year. And then one that
This was fucking cool.
a lot of people pumped about this one. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade Classics coming out this year.
Yeah.
Does it have like 7 to 9 games or something like that?
Yeah, it was a decent amount of games, like decent amount of games in there. The interesting thing being like the co-op aspect being in there. Also like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is in there as well. And I think they're gonna have rollback netcode for it.
Oh, dude.
Which I was not. When I saw it, I was like, oh man, it's cool that they're adding this, but if it's gonna have online, like, it's like Switch servers and that, and then I like kind of look into it. It's like, they got rollback. Fuck, man.
Yeah.
Nintendo's like that could just be Capcom going, if you're doing it right.
Yeah, no, facts. Because like Capcom is probably like, look, if you're doing the reveal and it's whatever, you're gonna do this right. Because immediately, have you heard of the Mighty Keith?
Yeah.
Okay, so he immediately tweeted this. He's just like, no, Marvel vs. Capcom on Switch, come on. And he's just like, oh, thank the heavens. It's on PS4, it's on PlayStation and PC too. All is right in the world. And I'm just like, okay. So yeah, Capcom really came to Nintendo. It's like, look, if you want this reveal, that's fine. Yeah. But you're going to have rollback netcode. You're going to like it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is still a really cool collection that they're showing off.
Yeah. No, it looks really solid, man. Shout out to that. Also, shout out to this next game. I'm so damn excited for this game. Super Mario Party Jamboree coming out in October. This game looks so damn fun. Like, just the... first off, more maps than Super Mario Party, because I love Super Mario Party. I think Super Mario Party is super underrated. So more maps. Got 2 maps coming back from the first game and the second game. One of the best maps from the second game come back. Shit ton of mini games. Shit ton of game modes. This game is a day one. Playing it day one. I'm so excited for this game. I love Mario Party. It's just a dumb fun time, man. I still think Super Mario Party on my Switch, if I finally popped it back in, it's been a little bit. I still think it's one of my highest played games on the Switch. Legitimately, I think my highest is Fire Emblem Three Houses. No, Pokemon Shield. It's Pokemon Shield, Fire Emblem Three Houses. I think Breath of the Wild and then Tears, and then I think it's Super Mario Party at number 5. I have like over 100 hours on Super Mario Party. I love that damn game, dude. So this looks awesome. I'm very excited. Huge roster. 10 out of 10 game. Can't wait. And then Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And that is coming out soon, which is awesome. September 26th.
This game, fantastic concept.
Yep.
The one thing that as I was like watching it and they were kind of explaining some of the mechanics of the game, especially the echoes of all the objects that you'll end up having.
Yep.
And I think he said something along the lines of there's more echoes than I've cared to count so far, or something like that. He talked about there being an extremely large amount of them. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, okay, but they've shown you scrolling through it with the D-pad. If you wanted to get real creative with something, how many echoes can you actually have, and how far are you going to have to scroll to do something funny? Right,
yeah. It's like, how many can you have at one time? You know what I mean? That's going to be the question.
It could be like you have a maximum limit, but then that would be annoying if you reach the limit and then did it, if it just started replacing it, I could see that being annoying, but yeah. I assume there's some option to be able to do that. Maybe they'll just let you continue to have as many as you want. It's like, well, you can have it, you just gotta scroll.
Yeah.
Or it could just have like a favorited option.
Right.
really intrigued by the concept, though. I do like the idea of like Zelda being like, "A fucking Link's gone. I guess I'll take care of it now."
Pulls out a steel chair. By God, he's got a steel chair. No, I mean, like what you said at the beginning, it was just like a new way to play Legend of Zelda, a new way to experience Legend of Zelda. You know, this is a concept that people have honestly asked for a long time. It's just like, you know, I think it'd be kind of neat to have a game where you play as Zelda. A lot of people have asked for that for a long time, and it's finally here. I think this is a great like bridge game taking us to the next console. You know, I love the art style. I loved the art style for Link's Awakening, and I've said on record before, I wish they would use that same art style for like, let's say, more remakes, like they did Link's Awakening. Give us the Oracle games in that art style. I think that's fine.
I will say, like the art style is not my favorite. I feel like it works out because it is kind of similar to that Link's Awakening style.
Yeah,
I think it works. I think it makes way more sense for that art style in this game. Like just because the more creative, more kind of cartoony way that you can approach combat, because like even in that they showed like creating a rock and putting it to block an enemy and then knocking the rock into him and stuff like that. I'm like that works way better. It's like I really preferred that in the art style they showed for this game. Link's Awakening, for some reason I could never vibe with it.
Yeah.
I do like it for this game though. And that's not like any like potential knock or anything on this game. This game was one of the better looking ones in the showcase for me, and I did not like when they started explaining. I was like, "It's probably not for me." By the time that it ended, I went, "Might play that."
There you go. No, I mean, I'm cool with the art style. You know, honestly, that sort of approach that they did for like Link's Awakening and then copying it for this, like, again, I would love to see it for more remakes. It didn't have to be handhelds. Like, if you want to do like maybe a remake of Link to the Past, you know, Super Nintendo game, I think this art style would fit for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, same thing with the original Zelda or Adventure of Link that no one wants to play. You know, especially, again, the Oracle games. Oracle games would be awesome. Yeah. That'd be sweet.
It's like, I would, while I kind of mentioned this isn't my favorite art style for these type games. I mean, if the option is put them in this art style or don't get a remake for them, I'd say, I mean, put it in the art style.
Yeah, get the remake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather get the remake for it.
Yeah. But again, also excited the game is coming out soon. September 26th. I love this approach, man. I love getting a game announcement and like, oh shit, it's coming out soon. Love it. Love that.
I will say Nintendo did a decent job of it in this showcase, more so than because I came out of this one with like at least the illusion of more things coming out soon that I did with the Xbox showcase. For the Xbox, I had to go back and look it up. This one, I was like, yeah, seems like a lot of that's coming out this year.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, I do like Nintendo how they kind of do that sometimes. They're like, we're not going to talk to you about a lot of this stuff for a year, but then we're going to release it next month, which, yeah, appreciate.
Yeah, big time. What I don't appreciate is a special edition Switch. Don't appreciate that.
No, special edition Switch Lite.
Special edition Switch Lite. Do not appreciate that, Nintendo. Don't appreciate that at all. Because guess what? Guess who's got to buy it? That'd be me.
I was going to say, you have, what is that, 2? Is there 3 over there?
No, there's just 2.
Well, your other boxes inside?
Yes, actually. The Tears of the Kingdom and the Pokemon Scarlet Violet Switch behind me. No, I mean, look, it's one of those things where it's like my fiance aggressively collects anything Zelda console. Like she's got the Zelda Wii U. You know, we've got this. I've got the Ocarina of Time 3DS. She's got the Majora's Mask 3DS that she went to Target at 3 a.m. to get and wait until the Target opened. Like she's got like 2 or 3 other. I think out of all like the handheld like Zelda special editions that she doesn't have, is probably the better way to describe it, is the Hylian Shield and the crappy green 2DS. That's it. I think she's got everything else. So it's just one of her things that she collects. So I'm gonna have to get this.
Man, I don't even need to buy Nintendo consoles anymore. I just need to come raid your house while you're gone one day.
Basically,
I get my pick of like whichever version of a Switch I want.
Yeah, basically. No, for real. We've got like 6 Switches in the house. About to be 7. Jesus Christ. All right. Before we hit the next slate of games, Allison also commented earlier about the Mario Party, saying that she also can't wait to play it. It's so easy for people who don't like video games to pick up and play. Facts.
Yeah.
Especially with all the game modes they have. It's like a lot, because that was the cool thing about Super Mario Party is like those couple extra game modes, like the raft mode and shit like that. You know, the Bowser mode in Super Mario Party 10 was fun. It's like this has like 3 or 4 extra game modes. Like that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason everybody gets excited with a new Mario Party announcement.
Yeah.
It's just it's the game for everyone, including it's kind of like how Wii Sports was the game that got people who didn't play games into playing games.
Yeah,
it's
true,
like Mario
true.
Mario Party is the more like the advanced version of that.
Yeah.
Where it's like Wii Sports, yeah, anybody could just get in there and swing their arm around and stuff. Then they went from there to Mario Party.
Exactly. Or Mario Kart, one of
Yeah.
the two. The 2 entry points, man. So then we got Just Dance 2025 coming out
I
this October.
forgot they're still making these games.
Oh yeah. Hey, I think God, was it there was I think it was the Wii. Just Dance was the one game that was still being made on the Wii well after the Wii's life. Like I think Just Dance like went up to like 18 or something on the Wii, man.
Oh, yeah.
It was something crazy. They got the Lego Horizons Adventure Spot. We already knew that was coming to Switch. Stray coming to Switch this holiday, so that's pretty cool. Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game coming out this holiday. This is basically like a little life sim in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it before.
I think you have.
Just the fact that, man, we're getting like these farming life sim games. Like in the last year or so, we've definitely kind of we've hit that development cycle for those type of games now. Where,
True.
goddamn, we've got a lot of them.
Yeah, coming out left and right, man. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection coming out in September, which that also features an Ace Attorney game that never came out over here. It was a Japan-only release, so I know Christina's pumped for that.
I was going to say also the only one on the show who probably would be excited about that is not here.
Not here. Yeah, agreed. Then we got to look at the 100 line Last Defense Academy coming out in 2025. This it looked like something. It was a tactics game.
You're gonna play that probably.
It's possible. We'll see. I need to see more.
You're probably gonna end up playing that game.
I might. Yeah.
It looked like a game where I was like, that looks like something that Alex is gonna say. He's not like, yeah.
Don't call me out like this.
It looks like something. Probably not gonna be interested in it, and then it's gonna get close. You go, I bought it.
Yeah, basically. Don't call me out like that. We'll see. We got a while to figure that out. Next, we got Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven, coming out October 24th, which I think they mentioned that's a remake.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. And then, like I said, ended with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, coming out 2025. I imagine it's going to get the Breath of the Wild or Twilight Princess treatment. Will be a cross console release.
Dude, that's what I've been expecting that.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah. It looked really impressive. I mean, I thought I'm really excited for this.
Yeah, my problem is I have no reference point for what a Metroid Prime game looks like.
Yeah.
So I saw this, I went, oh, it's Metroid Prime something.
Yeah. I mean, hey, Metroid Prime games have always looked good, man. Metroid Prime was like well ahead of its time.
When it started, I was like, I don't know if this is Metroid Prime 4 or if this is a remake of one of the other ones.
Yeah, so that was my first thought because it had been a while since I played 2. So like when we came in, I'm just like, I don't think that's the ship from 2. And then it's like, then it all clicked. I'm like, holy shit, this is Prime 4.
Yeah, I think I was a little ahead of you on the stream because
Yeah.
I was like, I had already kind of come to the realization. I was like, oh, it is Prime 4.
Yeah.
And like started sitting out. And you were like, holy shit.
Yeah. No, I mean, like I realized pretty quick that this was not a remake, and then when Silux came out, I was like, okay, 100,000,000%, this is Prime 4. Let's go, baby. Silux was the blue guy that popped in at the end with with the 2 Metroids and all the other space pirates behind him.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you don't know who it is. But I'm
I was like-
I'm pinpointing who it was in the trailer. Now, Silex was a pretty cool character in Metroid Prime Hunters, the DS game. Very, very fun game. There was him and I think 5 other hunters in that game as well. Like I think one was named Caden. We had Spire. I think Trace might have been one. But anyway, Silex is like the only one that the team has picked out. It's like, you're going to be important. And at the end of Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, like after the credits, you see his ship following Samus. So it's like, been a long time coming, and here we are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Metroid is one of those series where I look at it and I'm like, man, I wish I got into that at some point.
Still time. No, he says. No, I mean, hey,
I don't know where this time you speak of is.
no, I mean, Prime 4 looked legit, dude. Very excited for that. It's a day one. I'm very, very looking forward to that one. But overall, top to bottom, very solid direct. Again, because of how late we are in this Switch's lifespan, I thought this was going to be a big fan service direct and just give us a bunch of damn ports and shit everyone's been asking for, like get the Twilight Princess Wind Waker, get Prime 2, shit like that. In a way,
kind of is.
I mean, it is a big fan service direct, but not in the way I thought it was going to be.
I mean, let's look. We got, what was it, the Romantic Saga remake. We got the Ace Attorney port, including games we never had before.
Fair. DK.
Yeah, it's like we got a decent amount of like remakes or port ups and things like that. So it's kind of a combination of both.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and despite what I would say at the beginning of this show when we were talking about it, this was a pretty damn good direct.
Yeah. No, because I went into it with very low expectations.
I went into it with the expectations of we're going to see something Mario.
Yes, we're going to see something Mario. Might finally see something like Metroid, maybe. Maybe something Zelda. And other than that, it's just going to be a fun time. There'll be, and then my thought is there'll be something in there that someone's going to really be excited for, And it turns out there's like 4 or 5 things that people are really excited for. So overall, very good direct, man. Nintendo brought it. I'm here for it, especially since it's the last one for the Switch. So now just get ready for the future.